Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Somebody's writing good morning, so I think so he has just woke up from the middle of his sleep because the name sounds Indian right over there. Okay, so for us it is evening right now, but yeah, so maybe good evening, maybe good night, maybe good morning, depending upon which part of the world you are from, right? Okay, how are you guys? Is everybody fine? Is everybody great? Please let me know. Is everybody fine? Is everybody great, guys? Please let me know, guys. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Great, awesome. So I've tried to fix the camera from yesterday as well. You guys were able to see that the camera looked fucked up. So I tried to fix the camera. Still now it is a little bit fucked up because the camera is literally this high from the table itself. So when I will be typing or something, you guys will be able to see my fingers very, very, very clearly. So just try to ignore my big fat fingers for right now. Also, if you guys are having any kind of problems with the audio, please let me know, guys. Any kind of buffering is there, any kind of problems with the audio is there, do let me know, guys, so that I'm able to fix that up. Is there any kind of problems with the class, guys? Any kind of buffering is happening or something? No problems, no issues, because I don't know why, but in today's class we are having a miracle. Like usually, when we are having such type of classes, the current bitrate, the class will be like buffering like anything. But today we are having a miracle in front of us. The class is not having any kind of issues, and we are all able to enjoy the class as well. Okay, great guys. So yesterday I told you guys, I gave you guys a small assignment, right? Can you guys let me know what was the assignment? I gave you guys a small assignment in your yesterday's class, right? So could you guys let me know what was the assignment, guys? The backend class will happen after this particular bootcamp itself. Do not worry about it. We are in terms of creating the entire thing. Do not worry. Okay. We told you guys to practice these terminal commands, right? Properly revise and do the terminal commands itself. Am I right, guys? Okay. Good. So, did you guys do the assignment, guys? Did you guys see? It's fine. Even if you have not done it, you can frankly let me know. It's not going to affect your certificates. It is not going to affect. I'm not going to check it up as well. So, if you have not done it, just let me know that, sir, we were not able to do it. There's no issues. There's no harm, no foul done right over there, guys. I'm just asking just to understand that how many of you guys were able to complete it, right? You guys did it? Okay, great. Amazing, guys. Some of you guys have done it. Some of guys, you are saying that you are having some exams or something and you guys were not able to do it. No issues in that, guys. My only point of concern always is that practice as much as possible. Listening, see, coming to classes, attending classes properly is a very good thing that you guys are doing. There's no problems in that. That's an exceptionally great thing that you are doing right over there. But actually, to learn in classes, you need to attend the you need to practice everything that I'm teaching. Otherwise, there's no point, right? So try your best, guys. No matter if you were not able to do it this time, try that whatever we are able to learn today, you guys are able to practice that, right? So in today's class, guys, we will be focusing much more on Git, GitHub, Git. Okay, so we'll be starting out with Git in today's class. So I actually needed to get some work done. I'm not able to do that. I have no idea why my Google Drive is actually not working since the morning itself. If anybody else is facing a similar problem, do let me know. Right, because from the morning itself, I'm not being able to fix up my entire thing. I don't know why is it not working properly. So yeah, let's see what happens. What's the timing for today's class? Today we'll be having classes for 60 to 90 minutes, guys. Every day the classes will be of 60 to 90 minutes, guys. Because there's a lot that we have to do, right? The time is less and a lot needs to be understood. Even if you will feel that GitHub is a very small topic, why is it so important? But actually, from the perspective of your placements as well, GitHub, a profile on GitHub is a very important thing to be maintained properly, always. So never forget that, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's get started right now. The backend class will be happening after this particular class. Not worry about it, right? So, okay. So just let those guys know that what about the backend class? Just let them know that after today's class, we'll be having the class. It is not compulsory for them to attend as well. Okay, so let's get started with our today's class. In the meanwhile, guys, if you guys want to connect with me professionally, like if you want to like see what I'm posting, so I usually post a lot of different stuff. I provide notes to our students, so we have provided our students with some handwritten notes. We have provided our students with some topics, important topics in web development and data science that is very difficult to actually understand sometimes. So I try to write it down in a very easy manner so people can grasp it. Any type of new development that is currently happening in the industry, I try to make sure that the students know about it as well. Any kind of fraudulent things that are going on or things that you should take care about. So if you guys want to connect with me, you guys have any questions or queries, you want to join the community as well, you guys can always approach me on LinkedIn. I will always be available to you guys. I try my level best to answer each and every question that is there, as you're able to see from the messages itself. But yeah, it takes me a little bit time to actually like go through it. So if you guys want to connect with me, I've provided you guys with my LinkedIn ID as well. Or else you guys can connect with me on Instagram. So my Instagram ID is also down in the description. So it will be great to connect with you guys as well. It is I love you guys a lot, and I would always love you guys so that you guys are able to interact with me as well. So let's get started with that, guys. Let us open up our Replit. So I will just increase the screen. Okay, so Replit, replit.com. This is the website that we are going to use just like today, yesterday itself. So I'm just going to log into the platform and I will log in using Google. Again, a free platform, guys. Yesterday we have used it, so I think so you guys should be familiar with it. You shouldn't be facing any issues. We'll go further with the DevTown account itself. Give me a second. Let it log into the platform. In the meanwhile, the camera is blur. So yeah, today the camera is not looking that great, and even I don't look that great, right? It's not as if like I'm so beautiful that you guys want to see me. My just presence is more than sufficient. If the screen is visible to you guys properly and you guys are not facing any kind of problems in that, it should be fine, right? The screen is also blur. Let me just check up once from my end if I'm also finding the screen a little bit blurred itself. So I'm just checking it up on my phone, guys. Give me a second. I'm just checking it up on my phone, guys. Give me a second itself. See, guys, I know you guys are having a lot to say, but just give me 2 seconds so that I'm able to see the things on my phone as well. Okay, so what happens if I increase the size of the screen? Then I think so it should be visible to you guys, right? Okay, now I think so you guys should be able to see everything properly itself. There shouldn't be any issues right now. I've increased the text size on my screen itself, guys. So that is basically a problem because I'm using a desktop today. So I'll just increase the size on my screen. I don't think so then you guys will be having any kind of problems with it. Right now everything should be absolutely fine with you guys as well. Then I'll just open up the Node.js Replit from yesterday itself, just a new Replit that I'm creating just from yesterday. I'm not using anything old itself. And I'll put up your chat on my screen so that I'm able to see your chats as well right over here. So give me a second for that. Okay. So I will be able to see your chat while you guys are able to see my screen as well. Okay, so right over here, guys, we are going to go into our shell. We don't require this. We don't require this. Directly, we'll go to our shell, guys. And first, we'll check if Git is already available for us or not, guys. It's as simple as that. First, we'll check if Git is already available to us or not. To check if Git is available or not, just write git hyphen var version. Okay, just check git hyphen version, guys. So in that particular way, you will be able to see if Git is already pre-installed for you, it is already present in your system. It will show you what is the current version of Git that you are having. If you don't have Git in your own system, you don't want to use Replit, you want to use it in your own system, then just go to your Google and just search for Git download. Okay, Git download itself. And that the first particular website that you guys are able to see on your screen, just open that up right over here. Okay, and from there download according to which particular system that you guys are having. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Like if you want to use Git on your own system, you don't want to use Replit, in that particular way, you guys can use this particular website. You guys can directly download Git from right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Guys, right now for the next 2 minutes, a little bit buffering will happen. Okay, please do listen to me very carefully. I'm changing my Wi-Fi. So for the next 2 minutes, a little bit buffering will happen, guys. So if buffering has happened, do not panic or something like that. I'm telling you guys right now, next 2 minutes, a little bit buffering is going to happen. So please do not panic. And if anybody is panicking in the live chat, just let them know as well. Okay, just let them, just help them out. I'm very sorry, Tilan, for the delay in the certificates. I hope that you guys have received the certificates right now. So a little bit of buffering will happen, guys. Please just wait for. Okay, I feel so now the buffering shouldn't happen. Things should be clear right now. Like, there shouldn't be any kind of buffering happening right now. I hope so. Are you guys able to listen to me properly right now? Please let me know. Are you guys able to listen to me properly right now? Please let me know, guys. Great. Thank you so much, guys, for waiting patiently. None of you actually panicked. That's really great of you guys. Okay. So, like I said, guys, if you want, I will prefer if you guys are using Replit. Okay. But if you want to install Git in your local computer as well, you guys can download it from just Git. Just search for Git download. Okay. Just search on Google for Git download. The first particular website itself, that is Git-SCM, is the official website of Git, guys. You guys can download it right over there. Do not do it right now. Right now, listen to me very carefully. Difference between GitHub and GitLab, that I will be explaining when I will be starting GitHub itself. Right now, we are just at Git. Okay. So do not code along with me, guys. Listen to me very carefully so that you guys are not missing out on any of the steps. Okay, guys. So right over here, as you're able to see, Git hyphen version. Okay, that is basically showing me if Git has already been installed for me or not, or if there is any kind of problems with that. Are you guys able to see that and understand it? Please let me know. Is there any kind of problems with that, guys? You guys were able to understand it very easily, right? There's no issues with that. The next thing that we are going to see right now is that, so who is basically making these edits, right? It is basically a version control system. Now many people might be working on the same project at any particular point of time itself. So who is currently working right over there? You need to tell who is the user of this computer, right? What is your name? What is your email? You need to tell Git that, okay, I am the person who is currently making the edits. Whatever is happening right over here, it is being run by Shaurasana, or maybe by Harsha, or maybe by the tech tutor itself, right? So right over here, guys, we are going to write a very simple code, that is git config. So my keyboard has changed now. Everything has changed for me. It feels in my life. Okay, git config global global, that is on the entire computer itself. Okay, on the entire computer itself, that is globally on this particular computer. The user dot name is Shaurya. I'll just decrease the size of the screen. Shaurya Sinha. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. So Vamsi Kona, I've already told, okay, that we will be having the boot camp after this particular class itself. So please wait up till that point of time. Okay. So I've already told that the backend class, the 9th day of the class, will be happening after this particular class itself. Okay, so please wait patiently, Vamsi. I already told it 3 to 4 times in the start of this class. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, I've mentioned that using git config, I've told that globally on this particular computer itself, the username is going to be Shaurasana. So I'm just going to press enter right over here. Similar to that, I'm going to change the user email as well. I will also provide it with the email ID. So I'll just remove the name from here. So I will be having user.email, okay, and I will be changing my email to shaurya@devtown.in. Okay, so that is the email ID that I'm going to mention right over here. Are you guys able to see this? So here I have specified my email as well as my version, my name as well. If I want to check who is the current user, who is the one who is making the edits itself, I can just directly write git config user dot name. Okay, that's it. Git config user dot name itself, and if I press enter right over here, it will show me that okay, you Shaurya is the one that is making the edits. If I use user dot email, so it will give me the email of the user as well. It will give me the email of the user as well. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Ashish, if you are facing any kind of problems with the certificates, email it to us at certificate@devtown.in. Okay, so we'll be able to help you out with that. Okay, certificate@devtown.in. Okay, great guys. So the next particular thing that we want to see is that what do we store inside of the git config file itself. So actually you are making an edit inside of a file called as git config. That is what is happening right over here, guys. You're actually making an edit inside of a file called as git config, guys. That is where you guys are making your changes as of this particular point of time. So to check that particular file itself, guys, what you have to do is you have to write another line of code that is just git config and global edit. Okay, so for example, right over here, git config global and then edit. Okay, so this will basically help us to edit the file, guys. This will basically help us. So this file actually contains all the important details right over there. So for example, if I'm pressing enter right over here, it will open up the file for us. Okay, so right over here, the git config file is not allowed to be open. So because we are using a sandbox right over here, I think so they have prevented us from opening up the git config file. So basically it's a hidden file that is there that contains all your important data that you're saving right over here. The username, the user email, and all these type of things itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So maybe because we are using a sandbox, it is not allowing us due to the security protocols, it is not allowing us to enter right over there, guys. The next thing that we are going to do right now is we are going to create our folder called as git intro to git. Okay, so what is the command that we will be using right over here for intro to git itself, guys? Please let me know. It's working in git bash. Of course you are working locally, so it will open up right over there, but we are working on a sandbox, so for us we have to follow the security protocols, right? Okay, great guys. So mkdir, amazing guys. So mkdir and then the name of the folder intro to git. Okay, that is the name of the folder that I want to give. We are going to go inside of that folder. So cd intro to git right over there, and then we are going to initialize git in this folder, guys. Up till now we are using git. Okay, so if I do clear, okay, if you want to clear the entire thing, all the commands that you have written up till this point of time, you don't want to see them, it looks very untidy, so you can just write clear right over here, guys. clear, clear. So if you press enter, it will just remove everything, or everything that you've done is still saved. There's nothing, you are not removing that. What you're removing right over here is just the commands, so that it just looks tidy right over here. So we are going to initialize git right over here, guys. So for initializing git, we have to just write git in it. Okay, git in it, guys. Git initialization. So when you're initializing, so you have actually initialized a git repository. So git actually tracks things using these repositories itself. So now git is basically like a hawk. Okay, now you are telling git, okay, sit here, watch this particular folder, what are the changes that I'm doing inside of this folder, make a record of all these changes, all these versions itself. Are you guys able to understand what is the use of git init, guys? Please let me know. What is the use of git init? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So basically it is now sitting right over there looking at your folder inside of which you have initialized Git, that is intro to Git folder itself. It is sitting there and now it is looking at that folder like a hawk, and any kind of changes, any kind of things that you are doing inside of that folder, now it will start tracking it. Now it will start tracking it right now. So what we will do is, now we are going to mess up the hawk. So we are going to like create a file inside of this folder, guys. So what is the command to create a file right now, guys? Please let me know. What is the command to create a file, guys? Please let me know, guys. Guys, if you guys are not able to understand it, there is no reason not to understand it, because I've already discussed what is the use of Git in our yesterday's class. So using words like tracking something, monitoring something, or what is the use of Git, if you guys are not able to understand, that means you were not paying attention in our yesterday's class itself. So all these things that we are discussing right now, it's nothing new. Whatever we discussed yesterday in theory, we are trying to do it practically. If you are still not able to understand it, there is only one reason that is there, because that is you didn't pay attention in our yesterday's class, or you didn't did the assignment. So if you have not done these two things, you will not be able to understand today's class. I'm being very, very, very clear about it. So if you're coming to our classes, guys, pay attention to every single class. Even one class that you're missing, you will not be able to understand from the next class. It is very simple as that. Although we are taking everything slow, we are taking everything from the basics, but you have to attend every single class itself. So right over here, guys, we are going to use touch, touch touch, and the name of the file, let's say index.py. Okay, we are creating a small Python file itself, guys. So the name of the file, just like you are having your .ppt, .pdf, .docs, all these different files that you are there. So I'm creating a file that is going to contain Python code inside of it. So if I'm writing index.py, the name of the file is index, and .py is the extension right over there. So I'm pressing enter, and you will be able to see right over here inside of the file system that inside of the folder intro to Git itself, we are having our index.py file. We are having our index.py file, guys. Now if I go back, let me open up the index.py file right over here. So our index.py file has already been open for us right over here. We will start writing some code inside of it. So I'm just writing a very simple code. A is equals to 3, B is equals to 2, print, let's print something. So A plus B, okay. That is all that I'm doing right over here. I've written a very simple line of code, guys. You don't even need to understand the code. I think so it is very simple, like A is equals to 3, B is equals to 2, print A plus B. That is, it is going to print A plus B for us. But we don't care ourselves with anything. We just know that there is a file called as index.py file that contains some code inside of it. That contains some code inside of it itself. So let us close this off. Let us close this off. We don't require it anymore. We have made the changes that we want. We'll use the ls command. So what does the ls command do, guys? Could you guys let me know? What does the ls command do? Could you guys let me know? What is the ls command going to do, guys? It is going to list all the files and the folders right over there. So I do ls, you are only able to see index.py file. You are only able to see the index.py file. But where is this Git actually tracking all these versions that we are going to create, all these changes that we are doing? Where is Git tracking that? So that gets tracked inside of another folder called as the .git folder. That is where it is getting tracked. But that .git folder is usually hidden. It is not usually apparent because we have no usage of that .git folder. It is for Git. It is not for us. It is for Git itself. We as developers do not want to touch that folder. We do not want to change anything in that folder itself. So by default, that folder is usually hidden. So when I'm doing ls, you are not able to see that folder right over here. So but I do ls-a. If I do ls-a itself, then I will be able to see the .git folder as well. Are you guys able to see the .git folder? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see the .git folder right over there? So ls-a also showcases you all the hidden folders or the hidden files that are there inside of your folder. So that is the reason why there's another command that is there that is called as ls-a. -a right over there. That shows the hidden folders and the hidden files. So we don't care ourselves with that. I'm just letting you guys know because that is important. Now we're going to do something called as get status. We're going to do something called as get status right over here. So as you're able to see, when I'm writing get status, I'm getting a message untracked files. Use git add file to include in what will be committed. Index.py. Anything added to commit but untracked files present. So try to understand this. Get status basically is telling you what are the different things that you guys are currently not tracking. Like I am seeing that. I'm seeing that there is an index.py file that has been created right now. But you guys, you developers haven't tracked it. You guys haven't told me that I need to make sure that this is getting tracked right now. Okay, so that is being shown by git status. So whatever changes, whatever things that you actually do inside of that folder where you have initialized git, all those changes, what is committing, what is being added to the staging area, what is happening at any particular point of time, that you can see from this git status command itself. So let's try to understand these terminologies that I've just said right now, like your git you're having your staging area, you're having your commits, all these different terminologies we need to understand first of all. So let me just open up paint right over here. So paint, paint. Okay, make this bigger, make this smaller. I think so this should work for us. Okay guys, so try to understand this very carefully. This is how Git actually works, guys. First of all, you are having your repo, okay, or repository. This is where you have initialized, wherever you initialize Git, in whichever folder you initialize Git itself, that is called as your repo from now onwards. That is your repository. That is basically your everything in that particular folder. Now, when you use then the next particular thing that your Git has is the staging area. And then the committing area itself. So these are the three things that Git basically has. So let me take up some boxes right over here so that I'm able to see those individually. Now, whatever you are doing inside of your folder, guys, that is basically present inside of your repo. Whatever you do, you create a file, you create another folder, you create a file inside of that folder, you make some changes, you do something, everything is happening inside of your repository itself. Now, the second particular place, the final place that is commit. That is where you are thinking that, okay, this is one of the versions that I want to go further with. When you're creating a project, guys, it is not just a one file that you're working upon. It cannot be possible itself. A good project, an actual project that you guys will be working. I'm not talking about shitty ass projects that we make inside of our college classes itself. I'm not talking about those projects. I'm talking about real projects in real companies itself, right? So in those projects, you will be having multiple classes that will be there. Okay, there will be multiple files, there will be multiple projects, multiple folders as well that will be there. Now, it is not just possible that every single line of code that you are writing that becomes a new version of that project. It cannot be possible, right? When a new version actually comes out, when you are adding some feature, let's assume you're adding a button right over there. Let's assume you're adding a scrolling pattern right over there. You're adding an animation right over there itself. So there are multiple things that you're doing inside of a project itself. That is what you want in the final version. So maybe you're making changes to one file or three file or four files at the same particular point of time. So you make 4 file changes and then that new version is what you want to commit. That new version is what you want to commit further. Now commit is basically telling Git that whatever is the current version, I want that to be one of the versions that I can come back to. It is basically like playing a game. Okay, when you're playing a game, you might do just one particular, like you can just do one particular level, cross one particular level, or you can cross 4 levels as well. And then commit that game, that now it is a saved game. I can come back to this at this particular level itself at any particular point of time, right? In games as well that happens. Let's assume there are 20 levels, you cross 4 levels and then you commit that game, you save that game itself. So now at a later point of time, you can come back to that particular point of the game itself, right guys? I hope that example is able to resonate within you guys, right? Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Checkpoints, right? In your games, you are having checkpoints, right? So it is basically like checkpoints itself, that you are having a checkpoint that you are putting up right over there. Okay, so that example resonated well within you. In a similar manner, inside of Git as well, whenever you make a lot of changes, you do a lot of things, and then you say that, okay, this is a checkpoint. This is a time when I want to save everything. This is a commit. So that we call it as a commit inside of Git. That we call it as a commit inside of Git, guys. So now you are making changes to one file. Now you make changes to two file. Okay, now you make changes to three file, and then you want to commit. Okay, then you want to commit it. Okay, so you don't send directly to commit. What you do is, first, whatever changes, whatever modification that you're doing, you use a command called as git add, guys. You could do a command called as git add right over here, and basically adds things to your staging area. Think about the staging area as you playing the game. Like, you have covered one level, you have covered two level, you have covered three level. So that is present right over there. You are just keeping a watch. Git is just keeping a watch on everything that is there. On the staging area, it is on spotlight. It is on spotlight right now. And okay, these are the things that are on spotlight. These are the most likely things that we will be able to send to commit itself. You don't directly take up things from your repository to a commit. You first take it to a staging area. Then from the staging area itself, whatever is present in the staging area, whatever you put in the staging area itself, let's assume one file you have modified in the repo, there are two files that are present on the staging area, then you do git commit. Then you do git commit, guys, and that is what gets added to your final version. This file won't get added because this file is not present on the staging area. This file is not present on your staging area, so that won't get added into our final version. Only the files that are present inside the staging area are the only files that get pushed to commit, guys. That get pushed to commit itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it, guys? Please let me know. This is you using Git normally itself. It is not abnormal use case of Git. This is you use. Somebody wrote, can we use Git normally? So I'm telling him that this is how you use Git normally. This is not an abnormal utilization of Git, right? Okay. So we have learned about our Git, like the three things that is there right over here. Staging area is basically the things that you want to commit in the future. So you're pushing all the things that you have done. You have finalized that, okay, this is something that I might want to commit in the future. So you put it up on the staging area. Think about the staging area as the airport. Like, when you are whatever files are there inside of the repo, these are people living in their homes itself. Okay, these are people living in their homes itself. The people at the staging area are the people who are situated at the airport, and the people who are inside of the flight itself are the people that have already been committed. Are the people who have already been committed itself. If you want a new example for that, every one of you who is in college is presently present inside of repo. Those people who start studying properly, who start focusing upon their career, start solving data structure algorithms, do some projects, grow their careers itself, those are in the staging area. And people like me who already have a job, who are doing well for themselves, we have already been committed, right? So you can think about it in such a way as well. The point is how well you are able to understand it. Now we are going to see this from a perspective of your coding as well. This is just a theoretical knowledge right over there. We want to understand it via a practical knowledge as well. So now what we will do is we are going to add our very first file inside of the staging area, guys. So we'll go back. Okay. We'll go back right over here. So right now, if I do ls, you guys are able to see we are having index.py file. Now this is not present inside of the staging area, guys. These are not present inside of the staging area. We already know that by using git status. As you're able to see, it is showing us as an untracked files itself, guys. So if you want to send it to the staging area, we are going to use git add and then the name of that file, guys. That is index.py. Okay, that is the name of the file. That is index.py. Okay, that is the name of the file. That is index.py. So we are adding that particular file, index.py file, to our staging area. So as you are able to see right now, if I do git status once again, you guys are able to see there are no commits yet on the branch master, changes to be committed. So new file index.py. So the index.py file is yet to be committed. It is now present on the staging area. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know, guys. So we have pushed it up to the staging area. It is still not committed, guys. Again, it is still not committed. We have just pushed it up to the staging area itself. That's it, guys. That's it. Now let us commit it, guys. Now let us commit it. So to commit a particular file, you just have to write. So what does commit does? So it will commit everything present inside of the staging area. Whatever is present right now, only index.py file is present. Whatever is present inside of the staging area, everything will get committed. So git commit -m. So every commit you need to tell what you are committing right over there, right? So you are making a version right over there. So what is so special about this? What changes have you done in this particular version that it needed to be committed? That it needed to be checkpoint itself, right? Nothing myself, you were not present in your yesterday's class. That is the reason, and I can tell you this very frankly, you have missed your yesterday's class. That is the only reason why you are not able to understand anything. Because I saw your message that you don't even know where to open the shell from. And this is something that we did yesterday. This is not new. So please go and first visit yesterday's class. Otherwise, you are not going to understand anything right over here. So whatever was present in the staging itself, guys, we're going to commit it. But why are we committing it? What is special right over here? What changes did we do that we needed to checkpoint right over there itself, guys? So that is sent to us in a message. So I'm just writing initial COMMIT commit. Okay, just because there's like we don't have any idea why we are committing it. Just to showcase you that okay, this is how you commit things. So I've just written a message that -m basically showcases that you are writing a message right over here, and initial commit is that message. So we press enter right over here, guys. As you are able to see, we have done our initial commit. If you want to check whatever commits that you have had up till this point of time, all the previous commits, guys, all the previous commits, then you can just write git log. Okay, just write git log. Now this will show you all the previous commits inside of that repository itself. All the previous commits inside of that repository itself, guys. So if I press enter, you guys are able to see that author Shaurya Sinha with this particular email ID, date and time is present, has made an initial commit right over there. And this is a hash code that has been generated that uniquely identifies the current commit. Okay, that uniquely identifies the current commit right over there. Now this hash code is something that you can utilize. So we are going to see it in the future, guys. You will be able to use this hash code to actually go back in time. So you will be able to time travel within this bootcamp as well. So this is what we say, that we are time traveling, but yeah, that is basically going from the future versions of our project to a previous version of our project itself. Okay, and that headmaster, we will be able to understand it when we start learning about the branching. Branching is a very important topic in Git. We are going to cover it in this particular bootcamp. Like I said, we're going to start with the utmost. This is the most basic things in Git. We are going to go to a very, very, very advanced level itself. So all these things will be coming up in the future, guys. Just introducing you guys right now itself to some of the things, so you guys find it a little bit familiar in the future. So right now, guys, what we do is we are going to create another folder, guys. We are going to create another file. Okay, we are going to create another file right over here, guys. Just like what we have done right now, we are going to create another file right over here, and then we are going to see what's going to happen when we put it on changes or something like that. Okay. So there are two things that we are going to do. We are going to create a first particular file. We are going to change that file. So we are going to go back inside of our index.py. I'm going to change something. We're going to have a c is equals to 5 right over here. And we're going to print a plus b plus c. Okay, a plus b plus c. So I have changed the index.py file. As you are able to see, I've changed something inside of the index.py file, guys. Are you guys able to see that? Please do let me know. I've made some changes right over here inside of the index.py file. I'll create a new file, guys. So touch touch diff.py. Okay, diff.py. I'm creating a new file right over here, guys. I'm going to go back to our file system and I'm going to open up that new file. I'm going to write some more code inside of it. So a is equals to 6, b is equals to 2, print a minus b. Okay, a simple code right over here as well. Just I've changed my index.py file. I have added something inside of my dev.py file. So I've created a new file. So now if I go back and I do a particular new okay, so git status, I'll check the status. So you are able to see that changes not staged for commit. Okay, modified index.py file. Okay, that is a file that is being tracked. So because it was in the staging area, because we put our index.py file in the staging area, it was getting tracked and we have made some changes. So it already knows that there is some changes inside of the index.py file that has not yet been committed. It is different from the version that we have already committed. And there is another new file, an untracked file. I don't know anything about this file that has shown up right over here called as the diff.py file. So because we had that in staging area, because we committed it, we Git is automatically able to understand that there is something that has been modified inside of the index.py file. Something has been modified right over there. And that is what it is telling you right over there, guys. Whereas the diff.py file that is there, it is a completely new file. It is a completely new file right over there, guys. Okay. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. So please try to understand this, guys, that right now, okay, if we go back to our drawing board, if I go back to our drawing board, this is what is happening right now, guys. We have one particular version of our index.py file inside of the commit itself. So index.py file, we'll write it in green color so that it is easier for us to understand. This index.py file version 1, okay, version 1, the original version before the changes itself. On the staging area, we are having another file that is our index.py file, the new version. The new version, guys, the modified version that is present inside of the staging area. It has not been committed. It is present inside of the staging area itself. And we are having a shitty ass file that is the diff.py file that is not present inside of the staging area. It is just present inside of the repository itself. So if I make another commit right now, then what will get added to the final version? What will be my final version, guys? A very small thing I'm asking right over here. A very easy thing to figure out as well. Right now, if I'm not doing git add, I'm just doing git commit, directly doing git commit. What will get committed, guys? What will get committed? Can you guys let me know? Think about it. Very carefully think about it. I'm not doing git add. I'm directly doing git commit itself. What will get committed, guys? Think about it. I'm not doing git add, guys. I'm not doing it. I don't know git add. I'm directly doing git commit. What will happen? The new version of index.py will only be committed. The diff.py file is still inside the repo because right over there we have not put diff.py file in the staging area. Only things that are present inside of the staging area can be committed. So in this particular way, a developer can make sure that the things that he feels is completed according to him, he can commit only those files at once and still keep on working on the previous things itself without committing it, without putting it up on the staging area itself. That is one of the best benefits of using Git. So all these benefits is something that a developer gets to understand. You guys are freshers, you guys haven't dived, you guys do not have any projects among yourselves. That is the only reason why you find it a little difficult to understand. But the more projects you start working upon, the more into development that you guys start going into, this is going to be your Brahmastra. Okay, that is going to be your biggest tool in the entire world itself. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go back and we are going to do a git commit right now. So git commit -m to put up our message, and the message that we are going to put up is modified index.py. Okay, so just modified index.py, that is the commit that I'm going to make. That commit, I think so, has been made. Git commit, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I made an error right over there, I guess. Git status. Okay, untracked file stage. Okay, I need to just put that. So git add, and I'm going to do a adding of just the index.py file. And then the commit. Okay, let us check git status. Okay, everything worked fine. Let us check the git log as well. Okay, everything worked fine. So basically, guys, what happened is, sorry, I think so I made an error right over there telling you guys something. So our git add is like, we still have to do the git add because even the modified version is not present on the staging area. The staging area get caught completely empty. So I made a mistake right over there, guys. It is my error right over there. So when we made some modifications to our file as well, there was nothing present inside of our staging area. Whatever was present inside of the staging area was already committed. So that the staging area was completely empty right over there. But to individually put up something on my, like I don't have to add everything at once. As you're able to see right over here, I just added the git, like right over here, where is that? Git commit, blah, 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 blah. So I just added the git index.py file. Okay. I just added the git, add index.py file itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. I just added the git index.py file. I've still not added the dev.py file. The dev.py file is still in the repo itself. Only the index.py file got added to the staging area, and I just committed the modified version of the index.py file. So I can keep on working on the dev.py file, guys. I can keep on working on the dev.py file. As you're able to see, after checking up git status, you're able to see that the dev.py file is still untracked itself. We have still not tracked it. And the git log, as you're able to see, we are having two logs. This is the original commit, guys. This is the original commit, the initial commit that we did, the first commit that we did, guys. The first commit that we did, the initial commit. And the current head, the current version where you are currently situated at, is the modified index.py file that we are having right now. So this head that you are able to see, the word head right over there, is pointing out where you are currently situated at what particular version are you currently situated at. Let us do another commit, guys. If you want everything that is present inside of the repository itself to be added to the staging area, the command is git add and dot. So whatever is present inside of our stage repository itself, whatever is present inside of the repository, everything will be pushed up to the staging area, guys. Everything will be pushed up to the staging area, and then we can do our commit. So I will just copy it off, git commit, and then added added diff.py right over here, and then we'll commit it off as well. And now we check git log right over here. As you're able to see, we are having 3 logs right over here, guys. We're having 3 logs right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. So to exit from this, guys, just if you, when you do git log and you are not able to exit from it, just write :wq, guys. Just write :wq, and it will just make you exit it. Okay, if you are doing git log and you are not able to exit from that, just type :wq, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. :wq. That is how you will be able to log out from the entire thing. As you're able to see, there are 3 commits that we have made. We have made 3 commits right over here. The initial commit, that was just the original version of our index.py file. Then the second commit that we did, that was the modified version of index.py file. And the third commit that we did, that was just to add the def.py file itself. So these are the 3 versions that are there. Right now, if you go back inside of your directory itself, you are able to see that dev.py file is there. Index.py file that is also present as of right now. You guys can see that. Let me just open this up for you. So right over here, as you're able to see, the index.py file as well is something that we are able to see right over here. We don't want this, so let's close it. So it is the latest version, the modified version of index.py file, guys. That's the current version, guys. This is the current version. Now you can go back in time, guys. Let's go back in time. Right now we will go back to the original version. We will go back to this initial commit itself, guys. What we want to do is from the current version where we are currently situated at, the current version where we are currently situated at, we want to go back in time to the previous version, guys. We want to go back in time to the previous version. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. To go back in time, the command, first of all, we will copy this particular like hash code. So that is the unique code that basically represents that version, that commit itself. So we will copy this out from right over here. So we'll copy it out, and then we are going to write git checkout. We'll write git checkout right over here, guys, and then we'll press Control V. Okay, it is not getting pasted, so right click and then paste. Okay, so that will paste the unique ID right over there where we want to go. Okay, where we want to go itself. So we press enter right over here, guys. We are able to see that you are in blah 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 blah. So we go back to our folder, guys. If we go back, first of all, index.py file. It got changed to the original version. It got changed to the original version itself, not the modified version. Also, there is no div.py file. It's just index.py file right now. It is just index.py file. The div.py file does not exist. So using the git checkout itself, we will be able to travel back in time to one of the previously saved games. Just like your checkpoints are there inside your saved games are there inside of your gaming itself. Similar to that right over here, we are having saved versions. We are having saved versions of our project in which we are able to save a current version, and if something happens, we will be able to roll back by using checkout. So you are able to time travel as well. If you want to go back to the original version, if you want to go back to the original version itself, so if we do git log, let us see what happens, guys. First of all, let's do git log right over here. So you are able to see that currently we are present, our head is present at this particular commit, guys. Our head is present at this particular commit where we are currently, the initial commit itself. If we want to go to the latest version, you just have to write git checkout master. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So you just have to write git checkout master. How do you copy paste? Right click copy, right click paste. That is how you need to copy and paste, guys. Okay. So as you're able to see right over here, guys, git checkout master will bring us to our like the final version. That is the latest version right over there, guys. The latest version that was there. Right over here, you are having the div.py file as well, the index.py file as well. And if you open up the index.py file, okay, if you open up the index.py file right over here, let me open it up in the new plane. So you guys will be able to see that this is the modified version of index.py file, guys. This is the modified version of index.py file. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? Please let me know, guys. This is a modified version that was there. That is the latest. So if you do again git log, you are able to see all the three versions. To exit it, so :wq. So guys, somebody was writing again. What about git push? Git push, that is for GitHub. We'll come to GitHub as well. First, understand Git. Now guys, I know practically thinking about how are we going to use it inside of our daily life, you guys will not be able to understand it. For that, you need to be a developer. Okay, for that, you need to actually have good projects under your belt so that you are able to understand what is the importance of this. That you cannot have directly without like doing any projects itself. But this is a very important thing and you need to understand it properly. You need to make sure that you are able to get things sorted properly as well. Okay, so in today's class, we have learned about Git version, that is Git -- version. Then we have learned about our Git init, that is Git initialization. Git log is basically a log, okay, a record of all the commits that you have had up till this point of time. all the checkpoints that you have in your game as of this particular point of time itself. So that is what git log basically gives you, a record of all the commits that you're having. It is small wq itself. So right over here, guys, all the different things that we have studied in today's class, I want you guys to revise it properly before coming to the next class itself, guys. Again, if you are not revising things, if you are being like that one guy who didn't even attend the first class, directly thought of coming to the second class itself and was not able to understand anything, then you will not be able to understand anything in our next class as well, guys. I'm promising you, because things are going to get, whatever we have learned today, we are going to use it tomorrow. What is master? No idea about it. That we'll be learning tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to start off with branching and all these kind of stuff. So branching is a very important concept inside of Git, a very important thing that every single company is using every single day. So it's a very big concept itself that I will have to make it understand to you guys. Now this is not something that will be taught anywhere in colleges or in most of the like courses as well. So this is an advanced level thing that I'm teaching you guys at a very beginner level itself. So this is an important thing, guys. So please come to tomorrow's class, revising today's class properly and practicing everything out. Okay, practicing everything out itself, guys. Without practice, without revision, if you're coming to tomorrow's class, you will not be able to understand anything. Okay, you will not be able to understand anything. Again, this is not coding, this is commands. It's a very big difference between a code and a command itself, guys. So do remember that as well. This is not code that you're writing, these are commands that you're writing. So tomorrow we will be meeting once again at the same time. What's the difference between Git and GitHub? We will be learning it. Okay, I think so. I've already introduced what is the difference between Git and GitHub in our yesterday's class. So please make sure you have attended yesterday's class as well. So right now, guys, I'm going to give you guys the attendance. Again, guys, like I've already said, I've provided you guys with my LinkedIn ID. If you guys want to connect with me, you want to reach out to me, I've already provided you guys with my LinkedIn ID itself. It will be great to talk to you guys, know a little bit more about you guys as well. So if you guys are interested in knowing a little bit about me, or you guys want to approach me or join our community itself in any of the cases, I've provided you guys with my LinkedIn ID in the live chat itself. I've already pinned it up in the live chat. So you guys can connect with me right over there. I will love to connect with you guys. I will love to talk to you guys and understand your opinions as well. Okay, in the meanwhile, if you guys, and please guys, if you don't have a LinkedIn ID, profile, please do create it. Okay, as a developer, if you are not having these two things, these three things actually, if you don't have a good resume, you have not started working upon your resume, you don't have a LinkedIn ID itself, or you don't have a GitHub ID, it's very bad right over there, guys. A very bad thing. If you don't have a LinkedIn ID, you don't have a GitHub ID, please create that today. Today itself, please create that. Because these are the things like recruiters actually look at. Like people who will be hiring you will be looking at your LinkedIn, will be looking at your GitHub records. It is equivalent of maintaining a CV. It's equivalent of maintaining a resume itself. It's the exact same thing. Make sure that you guys are having a LinkedIn as well as a GitHub account itself. So just go on GitHub, register yourself. Both of the platforms are free. Always have these two things and maintain it. Okay, maintain it properly, guys. So I've already sent you guys my LinkedIn ID. Do connect with me right over there. It will be great to talk to you guys and your opinions on the same. Do let me know if you guys feel you guys want to see some other posts or some other boot camps on LinkedIn. Okay, so right over here, guys. In the meanwhile, I'll create your attendance as well. Give me a second or two, guys. LinkedIn, GitHub, and resume. Sahil, amazing. Okay, these are the three things that you guys need to have. Okay. How to create GitHub ID? Just go on GitHub. It's a platform just like Instagram, Facebook. If you are able to make an Instagram profile, you will be able to make a GitHub profile as well. It is as similar to that. Okay. So every developer out there needs to have these three platforms under their belt: LinkedIn, GitHub, and their resume itself. Okay. Please do not forget about it. So today's attendance will be open for just 5 minutes. You will be having 5 minutes to fill up your attendance. After that, I will be closing your attendance itself, guys. Okay. Secondly, while you are filling your attendance, if you get a traffic error, itself, then just refresh the attendance. If you're getting a traffic error, guys, what do you need to do? Could you guys let me know? If you guys getting a traffic error, what you guys need to do? You need to reload, refresh the attendance link itself. Okay, so right over here guys, I'm going to send you guys the attendance link right now. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:20. Exactly 9:20. Okay, I'm just sending the LinkedIn once again. Sorry, I was not able to copy it, I guess. Control V, I think so. Now I'm sharing the right one. Yeah. So just start filling up your attendance right now itself, guys. I've sent the attendance link in the live chat. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:20, guys. At 9:20, the attendance link will be closed, guys. Please start filling up your attendance link, guys. Please start filling up your attendance link itself. Kaushik, one day of attendance you have missed. We'll still give you guys the certificates itself, but please make sure that you are able to watch the video. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand what we are learning right over here. Okay, so please start filling up your attendance, guys. I've already sent you guys the attendance link. As you're able to see, people have started filling up the attendance. 3 responses have already poured in. So the attendance link is working absolutely fine. There's no issues with the attendance link itself. We'll be meeting in tomorrow's class at the same time and we'll be continuing from right over there. Okay. So best website for resume creation? Google Docs. Okay, Google Docs or Microsoft Word. These are the best places to create your resume. Okay, guys. So thank you so much, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow's class and we'll be continuing from right over there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.